Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I just want to talk about my injection timeframes. I know it's different for everyone. Some people inject every day, especially during the loading doses. Others inject once every 3 months or every 6 months. So there's a lot of difference depending on where people are at with their deficiency or their pernicious anemia. And today I'm just going to share what I go through. So I'm going to start with my last vial and then go back to the beginning so that you all understand where I currently am. So over the course of 2019-2020, I opened a vial on April 15th, 2019. This same vial. So the vial on my website, I use the same exact thing for myself. And this one vial, it lasted all the way until April 18, 2020, so a little bit over a year. My injection time frames are from mid-April to the end of November. It was 6 to 7 days in between injections. Again, it's a very good thing to keep track of the days that you inject just for your own purposes and to see when your body is healing. You can just see the progress that your body is making. So after that, on December 7th through January 22nd, it was about 8 to 9 days in between injections. So, and how I can feel it is, I'll get a rhythm, I'll get a routine, and then once I feel in my body that I can just push it maybe a day or two longer than normal, I will, but I mean, definitely in the beginning, if I went a day over what I should have, I would feel my symptoms come back like quickly. So I make sure to stay on top of that, make sure to stay ahead of it because I don't want to cause any more damage to my nerves than has already been done. So at the same time, if I don't have to inject so frequently, then I'd prefer not to inject so frequently. Here we are, and then in February 1st through April 18th, that was 10 to 12 days in between injections. So that's what my 2019-2020 so far has looked like. I get a lot of questions about when people are first starting their injections, like how much do you inject? How often do you inject? And I mean, I had those same questions. So for me, this is my experience. I injected 250 micrograms every day for the first 3 days. 3 consecutive injections on 3 consecutive days. 250 micrograms. After that, the next 3 injections were every other day. 250 micrograms. After that, the next 3 injections were every third day. So it's pretty quickly. And I know this is not a lot of people's experience, but I was healed back to normal by my 10th injection. I've explained the reason why I think this happened to me in several of my past videos, so go ahead and check those out. Real quick though, I really prepared my body for healing to take place. I was eating super healthy. Then I went on an extended fast. And I'm not talking just like fasting for one meal. I'm talking fasting for days and weeks of just, again, I go into it with other videos, but really letting your body rest and letting your body use its energy to bring healing, to like search throughout your body, where does healing need to take place, and then make that happen. But if our bodies are not given that chance, if all the energy in our bodies is going towards digestion, it's going to limit how much healing can actually take place. So I went through an extended period of fasting. Then, right after that, I added healthy foods back into my diet. I started eating really, really healthy again, and then adding the injections because it was about this time that I discovered, oh, it's vitamin B12. I had no idea. I thought it was this, thought it was that. Doctors had no idea. It was like, oh, it's vitamin B12, and so at that point, it's like, okay, well then, boom. Let's get on injections, and then boom, 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 real quick. But my body was primed and ready for it, and not everyone's will be. Not everyone will have gone through what I had gone through, the vitamins, the minerals, the periods of fasting, and my body was just so thirsty for vitamin B12, and it was able to get to where it needed to go very easily, very quickly. I went from almost being in a wheelchair. I couldn't remember nothing. I couldn't remember anything. Guys, you have no idea. You do, actually, but people who don't have it have no idea. And yeah, I had the fatigue, muscle weakness, memory loss, all of that. And then boom, within a few weeks, I was back to my normal self. So for 2018, pretty much, I just went 5 days in between injections, and I pretty much kept to that. Sometimes it'd be 4 days, sometimes it'd be 6 days, but it's pretty much 5 days on the clock, just because I knew that's what my body could handle. If I had worked out a lot, or if I had eaten processed sugar, these things can deplete vitamin B12 levels a bit, so that might cause me to inject 4 days instead of 5, but it's pretty much 5. And then in 2019, I started being really conscientious about adding folates to my diet. Not folic acid, not through tablets, not through supplements, folate from leafy green vegetables. Making sure that I definitely got a big serving of leafy green vegetables, period. I don't care if it's green peppers or cucumbers or whatever. Just getting a lot of greens every single day. So that upped my folate in my body. And that's when I started seeing, I don't nearly have to inject nearly as much, because it really helps with absorption. I live in Haiti, so I get plenty of sun, plenty of vitamin D, but my folate levels really helped with my vitamin B12 absorption. So that's, again, I recommend that. That's been my experience. So that's why you could see what I was talking about earlier, how my injection days, like, pretty quickly, it went 6 to 7 days, then 8 to 9 days, then 10 to 12 days. Right now, I'm sure I could go 2 weeks now without an injection. And that's crazy, because not too long ago, I had to have it every couple of days. So it's very encouraging, very doable. Glad I don't have to go to a clinic and have them inject. Glad I have my syringes, everything, my vitamin B12 solution here at home. It's great. So I'm back to living my normal life, and I'm just here to help you guys get on that same path. So please email me or comment in the section below if you have any questions or comments. God bless.